Your brain is the most powerful weapon in the world. Once you put away your phones and your computers and all that we have nowadays, yeah, that's great. We're up to date. But your brain is the only thing you have when you're going through depression, when you're going through hard times, when you're going through death, real life. You can't Google that. You're alone. If you can't control your own brain and your brain controls you, you got to tell your brain where you want to go and how you want to go and how you want to get there. We count on people too much to get us through. I want you to see how far you can go. The biggest trophy I own now is not the book itself, it's what's in the book. Honest to God, man, your life and the journey you put yourself through, there's nothing more than that. And that's all I want people to do is realize that you have to struggle. The bigger the struggle, the bigger the peace. The bigger the suffering, the more peace. We all like to take this 4-lane highway, the easy highway. It has signs, it has restaurants. We all love that 4-lane highway. We always step over the shovel. And all I did was I picked up that shovel, and that shovel, I made my own path. And you may have big boulders and they may be getting 200 miles up the road faster than you. But going through this path of life, this journey over here that you make yourself, that's incredibly difficult. When it comes out the other end of that motherfucker, there's some glorious that you can't even explain to people. I'm trying to find more of myself. And the only way I can find more is to silence the world out as much as I can, because it's getting busier every day. It's getting faster. And the faster it gets, the more you are missing who you are. So I trap my own mind a lot and say, look, man, I put my phone away, I put it away, and I go dark. This is where I shine. And I started using all that misery for tons and tons of drive and motivation to then lead people further. Because you can get a lot of power through misery. And once people see that, my God, Goggins is going, then everybody said, roger that. Let me get my shit and go too. So I started realizing that if you can just find strength just a little bit longer, you will have a crew of people following you along the way.
One thing in life is for sure. No one can care more than yourself. If you're out here looking for someone to help you out, and you ain't helping yourself out, you ain't gonna ever make it. What helped me out when I was fat and depressed and shit, I got in my mind. I wasn't the only motherfucker going through hard times. Fat guy, depressed guy. Keep this in your head. In my corner, there's only a cup, man, and water. There ain't no fucking towel. So when shit gets hard for me, I can't throw that fucker in. It's time for us to realize that we need to fucking attack. We need to attack whatever's in front of us. A lot of people are getting weaker right now. It's time for us to get stronger. A lot of us don't believe that we're free. We live as prisoners in our mind. You don't need to be in the military to be a warrior. So 2 guys asked me to help them train for a marathon. Oh, when they picked a day to train, it's 40 degrees, raining, windy, nasty. Those cats are inside a treadmill. You can't let conditions dictate your outcome. When I was born with all kind of heart issues, lung issues, bone issues. So I had to get creative. I didn't have a lot to work with. A lot of you use that as a fucking excuse. You don't have a lot to work with. So you want to die all preserved. Make sure you die being used up. Find out what you have and get maximum potential out of that motherfucker. It's not enough you made it to the NFL. It's not enough you ran a 5K, win a 10K. It's not enough you became a doctor. Be a better doctor. It's not enough you lost 50 pounds. Go out there and do something with it. I don't see failure. I see grit, determination, drive, sacrifice. Failure means you're trying. A whole bunch of people out here never fail because they never try. He said, how do you handle failure, Goggins? I said, I don't look at it as failure. I look at it as my first. second, third attempt. One thing in life that's for sure. The valiant motherfucker always wins.
I put everything on David Goggins to be a Navy SEAL. It's like going to the crap table with your last $1,000. And you say, you know what? I'm gonna put everything on this on black, and hopefully I'll win. If not, I'm broke. A guy that was scared of the fucking water, a guy that could taught himself how to read and write, on being one of the hardest motherfuckers on the planet. Think about that shit. A guy that came from nothing. I put my whole life, and I'm gonna go out here and put everything on David Goggins to be a Navy SEAL. And I look at that, and I did all this just to get the opportunity to succeed. That's what people don't understand, man. You know, people see the end result. I remember that guy saying, my God, man, I can't believe what I've just done. I put everything, ruined relationships, ruined this, ruined that, put everything on. In fact, I have to become someone in this world, or I'm no good for anybody. I became a professional bud student. So I wasn't gonna leave until I graduated. So I started realizing, if this is my home, this is what I am, I had to always reset the bar. I had to reset my new norm. That became my new fucking life. Most people want to get out of it. I said, no, mother, this is your new life. This is who you are. Your new norm is you wake up and you suffer. And I started realizing, if that's my mentality, this ain't hard anymore.
Right.
Your fucking new norm is you wake up, you get in the cold water, you get a beer till this shit's done. Whenever they say you're out, you get out. So my new norm, so I do that now today. My new norm now is you're gonna do 200 miles. I have the ability to see the end before the beginning even begins. I can see it right now. So before I went to Buds and I was losing all this fucking weight, I saw myself walking across the fucking stage at 191 pounds. That's what I had to get to get into the door. 6 months, a year later, whatever's gonna take me to do it, I saw myself walking across that stage, getting that certificate of graduation from Buds. And I was able to be there at 300 pounds. I was able to put myself there 1,000,000 times every day. And that feeling of like, my God, that is gonna feel amazing. That's what made me suffer. That's what allowed the pain to be real and say, this is worth it. That's what woke me up every fucking morning, was I'm gonna put myself through this much pain and suffering for a few seconds. That's all it is. A few seconds of joy. And it's so worth it, man. I cannot get away from who the I am. Who I am is who I'm proud of. I don't follow people who talk about what they used to do in life. I don't give a what you used to do. What are you doing today? You may not be that person now, but what are you still doing to try to excel in life? I hear so much talk. I don't hear a lot of work. I hear a lot of people telling you what you should be doing, how you should be doing it, how you should be fucking living. And I look at them and you're fat, you're out of shape, you look like, but you're telling the motherfucker how to live. There's so many people speaking this I don't see the real suffering behind it, behind what you're saying. That's why everybody said, man, you talk with so much passion because it's a real place. It sucks to get up in the morning time. It was raining like cats and dogs. I want to get my shoes on and go run. Guess what? I got my and ran. It's time to get back to work. Stop hearing yourself talk. Don't be on social media too much. Cut out all noise. Get back to the mental lab, because that's where the knowledge came from. These people who hate on people, I've studied them, and I gained a lot of knowledge from them, because I gained a lot of knowledge from myself when I was in that dark place. Back in the day, when I was sometimes getting bullied or in a dark place, how sometimes that would have bothered me. How I would want to clap back. I would want to be on there all day explaining myself to people. And how now I'm in a place now where I can hear it. I can actually know where it's coming from. So I don't just like listen to it and like make fun of it. I actually study it, because I was once that negative person. I was once that person who saw someone successful and didn't see how can I get there. I was like, oh, yeah, they're probably cheating, or they're probably doing this. I was that negative person because I wasn't there, and I didn't want to work to get there. It's time to get back to work.
Anytime you move from being normal to trying to be exceptional, people aren't gonna like those normal people. It makes them feel like So they're gonna judge you. And nowadays, it's very easy to be a coward. Why? We got Instagram and Most folks don't tell you to your face. They go online, they post about like cowards. Don't make them hurt your feelings. Use them for fuel. Use them for energy. In times of need, put them on the mental Rolodex in your mind. And when you don't want to do roll through your brain, pull up that mother that you need. That person who said you couldn't do something. Weren't fast enough, good enough, smart enough, what it may be. Use them for energy. Instead of killing them with kindness, torture with success. In life, we have to continue pushing past the odds. Use everything this world has to give you for fuel. So I walked into isolation as David Goggins, but I walked out of isolation as Goggins. When you become a savage, it's in isolation. But the solitude right now that a lot of us are dealing with is the fact that we have to think about all these things that we don't like about ourselves. We like to use life as a big escape. That escape is not there anymore. All these distractions that we use, they're no longer there. This is the time right now for you to stop avoiding things. Get that pen and paper out. Look inside yourself. Stop looking at me or other people out here to be the hero of your story. This is time for you right now in all that solitude to get to know who you are as a person. Be alone with yourself. Write that down. Start to face these different things in life. We have to know that when we die with some meaning and some purpose in this world. In times of suffering, what we do is we forget how hard we really are. Suffering is a test. It's all it is. When you finally get to that point, for me, it's forever lasting peace. Greatness isn't running 200 miles at a time or doing 4,000 pull-ups or being a SEAL. Greatness is whatever the hell you dreamed of in your own mind. You gotta first see it. And then that's when I come into play. Once you create this vision in your mind, it's how am I gonna get there? No matter if you think you're dumb, no matter if you think you're fat, no matter if you are fat, no matter if you've been bullied, or no matter if you just got back from Iraq or Afghanistan and you have no legs or your arms or whatever, man, we all have greatness. You gotta find the courage. You gotta find the courage to put your Bose headphones on and silence the noise out of this world and to find it that sets you apart from everybody else. I had to stop caring what people thought about me. I walked around and I put these people on a pedestal. Everybody was better than me. So I can't tell you anything about me because you're gonna judge me and I'm gonna feel even worse than what I am. But the best thing that happened to me, no one helped me. So the only way I could turn it around was to suffer. But I never blamed God for anything he did to me. So I wanted to change that to be the hardest man ever created. Am I that? I don't know, but you had to have a goal. And my goal when I was sitting there, not going to school, being bullied, having no self-esteem, my goal was the only person that's gonna turn this person around is me. All these insecure people putting their insecurities on you, you gotta flush it out. You gotta just be whoever the hell God or whoever the hell you believe in. If you believe in nothing but yourself, I don't care what it is. You gotta take everything and throw it away. You have to believe in one thing, and that is yourself.